Alright, so we're in 105. Yet again, we want to try some gardening in this version to see if there's any changes, to see if the actual food gives you more of a buff this time. I do know that most of the food in 105, or even in 104, gives you more sustenance and increases your food meter more when you actually have them prepared properly, but we thought we'd kind of go through some gardening action. Again, 105, we're on the PC. This is coming to PlayStation and the Xbox soon enough. So here we go. We've got our basic tools here. Fortunately, we were able to find some of these goodies right out of off the rip here. We've got our basic seeds. Let me zoom in on that. Pumpkin seeds.
Yeah. Let me on a first person. Oh, it actually has a picture of the pumpkins on it.
You want to do me a favor, pick those up and then unwrap them? You look so funny when you're doing that.
There we go. Got him.
Yeah. Okay. If you want to stick the seeds in the yellow bag, oftentimes if you have two of the same seeds that are in a package, I'll open them and just combine them just for space sake, because loot's loot, baby. There you go.
Yeah.
Seeds, pumpkin seeds. Okay, so if you have a shovel, which is another critical part of this, and you find a grassy area, once you hit, I forget what it is on the consoles, but once you activate it, you can place a dig garden plot. See if you can do it right next to mine. You might just be digging worms.
Oh, yep. Oopsie.
Okay, so now we do have, well, okay, so let's go over some of the stuff. We got the seeds, the shovel. You don't necessarily need the garden lime, or at least you haven't in the past. It just helps accelerate things. But a lot of times after you do your first wave of gardening, you can take the plant matter, dead plant stuff, and you can use that for fertilizer, but we'll try to use this to accelerate the process. I like your...
Yeah, it wouldn't fit, so I gotta put it over here.
It's all good. Alright, so a lot of times you're going to want a container that carries water as well. We do have a cooking pot that we filled up with actual water.
Water, yeah, we filled it up there.
So what we're going to do is we're going to take those seeds that you managed to unsheath in the yellow bag, and I'm going to take half of them.
Okay.
If I can, and then you can grab the other. So once you put them in your hands, you just walk by the plots like this. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, and then here you go. You can put some on the other one if you want. I've dropped them right at the ground. Usually, just go over here and do, there you go. Yeah, because that kind of, they're so tiny. I mean, you think spark plugs are bad. These are the worst.
Yeah. I'll put them here. There we go. See, you see me planting them. You can see them go right on the squares for the plot. And actually, I'll just fill in the rest.
Now, one of the reasons why you would want to do this is you've seen us do builds like over at Orange, where this is a great place for a lot of different types of gear, but food can be an issue. We've got water down here by that construction site, but a lot of times food becomes an issue. Or if you're even deeper into the map, you know, you're by the airfield, or you're in a good tactical location, but you're not in a good location for all the necessities of survival. In a lot of cases, it's going to be food. So that's why we're testing this out in 105 to see if it's viable this time around. Like, it's viable in 104, but it's just not super effective, like in a pinch. So what we're going to do is, you don't have to add garden lime. I'll do it to this row here. I'm going to go ahead and hold this. It should help accelerate it. Oh, that's cute. Looks like dandruff.
Yeah.
And then what we're going to do is we're going to water all of these using the cooking pot. Do I have the cooking pot? I do, don't I?
Yes, you do, sir.
So all you have to do after that is technically water them. You don't really need to put fertilizer down, or we haven't in the past. And a lot of times, okay, so a little tip here. I know that, oh, look at you using the, oh, sprinkles. A lot of times when we fill up a car, we have an empty jerry can, we'll take that jerry can and fill it up with water. Clean water to not only drink, but sometimes we'll take it around and use it to actually plant. We weren't fortunate enough to have that filled up with water quite yet, so we'll just kind of make do with what we got. Let's see, we've got, where's that cooking pot at? There it is. Okay, so it's as easy as just applying water. It can be a canteen, it can be a water bottle, it can be a jerry can, it can be a cooking pot. So I'm going to water this. There we go. And before, see how the icon changed from the little
Oh yeah.
seeds to sticks? That's how you know it's been watered and it's ready to go. Now, I'm not sure because on the previous builds, these grow pretty quickly.
Yeah, and like Jade was saying, your indicators for it being water are going to be these sticks that come up after you do it. Sam, on the other side, you'll see it pop up. And although this seems like a simplistic process, a lot of people don't do this in DayZ, and this is one of those things that we kind of wanted to cover because when you're in when you have that like prime base location, but not enough like of the necessities near you, this is one of those things that you do to survive in that area, you know? And I mean, let's face it, it's kind of good that you own you have guaranteed food source around you. That way you have that at your disposal at all times rather than having to go out for a half hour and loot food, you know? Or horde zombies up and, you know, kill them to get food off of them because they don't always yield the food. And you get so much food every so many zombies that you murk. So this is a easy way to maintain your food resource in your own base. And I mean, it fits in any location that has a nice little grassy area. See, it's growing as we're talking about this right now.
Oh, there it goes. It's not ready yet. It's good because like when you have a full squad, you got to make sure you've got all the survival elements, the water, the food. So if you were on
Yeah.
Prison Island or somewhere, you definitely need stuff like this. And carrying a jerry can definitely helps out for sure. Now, one of the things I know if you can find certain types of fruit or vegetables that you find in the world here, you can get seeds out of there by combining an edge weapon with that particular thing, like a green pepper, a zucchini. Once you cut those up with a knife, it'll actually
Yeah,
create seeds.
baby.
You gotta cut that zucchini. Sometimes you can
Right.
find these on picnic tables. There you go, there's one. You can find seeds in picnic tables, hunter stands, or even in the shop like this. Let me show you what the shop looks like. Occasionally you can find seeds in here. But oftentimes if you're in a residential house and you have like a green pepper in there, don't eat it, just cut it up with a knife. And a lot of times I do vicinity checks around these gondolas just to make sure that there's nothing on the shelves that you
Yeah,
maybe
because
don't
just in
see.
case you don't see them and they're like in the floor or something, you want to kind of do the vicinity check just around just to see if you can spot some of those seeds, you know? What do we got down here? Oh, it's a compass.
Look at our little guys go out here.
Yeah, and I mean, as you guys can see, this is like the most efficient way to get food. I mean, honestly, look at how fast they grew. Uh, One thing I'd like to point out though is when you do have the garden lime, it does have a basically gauge on there to show you how much you've used. For one plot, an entire plot of seeds, we used half a bag. So this roughly covers 2 plots of land.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, yeah. And the cooking pot was totally full of water, and if you look, we did 9 plots, and we have just a little bit of water left over. And
Yeah, how
another
much?
interesting thing that you can do with the
Oh, there
old
you go.
water, or the cooking pot, is you can fill up the cooking pot, and then you can fill up the cooking pot with 4 water bottles. So you actually can hold a total of 24 slots worth of liquid.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look, you can actually see some of the pumpkin. You can see the different states. Look at it.
Yeah.
Pumpkins
So
are nice.
yeah,
Sorry, go ahead.
as we're talking, you could definitely see like how fast this is. I mean, it's not long, and if you got a lot of people rotating, like loot and food, I mean, obviously you could see that you can have people go out and get gas while the other people are doing the crops, and while the other people are getting base mats. Like this is a very easy, sustainable process as
There we
long as
go.
you got somebody on it.
Look at this.
Oh yeah, look at yeah. They're all growing right in front of us.
So
That's
I
cool, man.
believe these are ready here. One of the
These
cool
are.
things with pumpkins are even when you prepare them and eat them, it creates seeds. On other types of plants, fruits and vegetables or whatever, sometimes you have to sacrifice that plant with a knife to get the seeds. Either way, if you're planning on making long-term food, it's always good to stockpile your seeds because they're only one slot. So, okay, I just picked this plot right here. Now, if you look at the pumpkin plant, when I pulled it out, here's the plant material. So when you run out of garden lime, this plant material can be used again. Do you actually have that last seed?
It's over here, I think.
Okay, that'll work. We didn't water that one yet. So check it out.
No.
Instead of having garden lime, once you use the a plant over there and you've harvested it, it says fertilize on top there. Here, I'll show you. I'll drop this and go ahead and do it.
Check that out. So basically, yeah. Oh, okay. I'll put it down then.
And you don't have to have those. It just helps it grow faster. So now we can take our last bit of water in the cooking pot that we have, and we can apply it here. I think it should be enough, maybe. If we don't see the stick, it wasn't enough. So I do have a bottle of water here that should finish it off. There it goes. Once you see the stick, you know it's actually growing. And since Razor fertilized it, that one should grow quickly. So if we start to pop these... Oh my goodness, I'm stuck under the canopy. If we start to take all these little guys off, you can see how many pumpkins we have. And then if we have a knife...
Cut one up instantly. Cut one up. For every as many pumpkins as you pick, take one of those and cut it up so you have the seeds left.
Well, with pumpkins,
And
to prepare them, you have to cut them to actually eat them.
yeah. And if you noticed with this plant material, put it in your hand, it also has a gauge for how much you can use it for planting. So if my guess is correctly, it looks like you could fertilize three out of the 9 plots with it.
Check this out. Look how many seeds you get off this. It's quite ridiculous.
Wow, that's a lot of seeds right
That's
there.
just
Yeah,
2
see?
pumpkins.
Oh wow, yeah.
So we'll go ahead and eat some of these and see how much it restores. He throws it. What a douche.
Oh, here we go, pumpkin slices. Sweet.
Now you can cook those. Apparently if you, there's rumors that if you combine it with stuff, that it could maybe, just maybe, make a recipe. Recipe? I'm gonna eat this and
Yeah.
see if it restores enough.
Yeah, I'll see how much it restores on my end.
That's doing pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, pumpkins
it's
are
so
back
good.
to being OP again. Nice. That's good. They definitely
Oh,
revamped
yeah,
that.
it went up triple.
Nice. And that's raw, man. We didn't cook or anything with this. So that's
Yeah, we
oh
didn't
wow.
mess with them or anything.
That's what we wanted to check to make sure to see how this works still, if we missed anything, if there's anything new, and if this food actually restores more of your stuff. Dude, look how many seeds you get off this. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and you could see like right off the rip, man, when you send it, you're getting a lot of food yield from this. And look at, for just 2 people, look at this. Look how much food we got. We just come back to the old pumpkin patch. We get that. Boom. Slam some water. Get some slices. We're good to go, man.
And that's hydration and food. That's oh man,
Yeah.
that's real good.
That's double. Yeah.
Dude, you get so many seeds.
Yeah, did you look at this gauge for the plant material? Yeah. How
Yeah.
much I used? Yeah, that's pretty insane. And like obviously you get any food that you grow in game that has seeds in it, cut it up.
Yeah, this is really nice now. Wow. Worth it.
Yeah, and how long have we been talking about this now?
Oh, for a hot minute. How many slots does this take up?
Give or take
like 5 or 10 minutes. I think it's like maybe 5 or 6 minutes to actually grow.
Yeah, so think about it that way. I mean, if you really want to survive, I mean, 5 to 10 minutes full growth, as long as you have all the like materials with you to actually create a plot of crops in this game. I mean, 5 to 10 minutes for a crap ton of food that supplies you with hydration and food. That's kind of OP.
Yeah, and if you use a jerry can, you can really do this long term. Like jerry cans carry a crazy amount of liquid. Yes, they're
Yeah,
heavy, but they're worth.
did you imagine just making a huge field of this?
Or can you imagine making this over on Prison Island? What?
Oh man, in the courtyard over there,
Mm-hmm.
end game.
Wouldn't that be sick?
That would.
Exactly what
And
you
you
need.
get what, 3 pumpkins per? I see.
Yeah, and you do have to harvest these quick enough where they don't rot.
Yeah.
But that's not bad.
Yeah, dude, that's 3 pumpkins a rip. That's a lot of food. Yep. Holy crap.
Look at all the pumpkins.
Yeah.
That's one plot.
Yeah. There you go, dude.
So yeah, stay right there.
You gotta send me one. Oh, like my own, not yours. You know what I mean?
What stuff?
Yeah. How do you do the emotes?
I think it's period.
Oh, yeah, dude. Oh,
Crazy amounts of. There it is.
yeah. That's
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 the one.
exactly what I want. Here, hold on. No, I got you. Hold on. Don't get crazy.
I'll stay there. No one said move.
This is a good one.
Do it again.
Hold on. And obviously, this is basically our coverage on crops. Now, obviously, this can be done solo. You don't need a squad to do this or anything. Based on all the, minimal items you need. Seeds. You don't even need fertilizer.
Yeah, it
Um,
makes its own, really.
Yeah, it makes its own in the end. Which is seeds or whatever you're going to be planting, shovel, and some water in some type of container. Now, cooking pot preferably only because you can water an entire crop plot with it. And then remember the process, put the seed down. If you got fertilizer, fertilize it, water, boom, you get it in about 5 to 10 minutes. You get a whole plot of food. And then make sure to harvest everything before it rots. And then make sure you get the plant material from each square in the plot. That way you can use it for your next plot to fertilize your seeds. And that, in a nutshell, is how you would basically do crops in DayZ.
105. Well, you could do it 104, but this is the changes coming for us on console. Yeah, baby.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Now, if you aren't familiar with my channel and you're just tuning into this in video form, definitely drop a sub, follow, or like, depending on what platform you're on. And if you want to check out Jade Monkey, who helped us with the crop plots, you can go in the description below, click on his link, and go check out his channel. Drop him a sub and a like as well.
That's me.
And that is your robust mechanics for crop plots in DayZ.
Ali Moon says, when is 105 coming to console? November-ish? That's undetermined. We don't know when. You're thinking of the map.
Yeah, that's all speculation. We don't know when it's coming out. We had our guesses, but crap happens, right? Alright. Well, obviously, if you're watching this on my channel, as the stream,